Hi guys. Good morning. It's morning here, or whatever time it is where you are. I hope you're doing well. I'm feeling much perkier than the last few days. I wanted to make a video about where my poetry comes from and just a little bit about me. So I've been writing poetry since I got on my yoga mat, really. Well, a bit after I developed a yoga practice. So poetry started to come in 2012-ish, but I've always been a journaler and a reader since a young age. So I was probably writing since teenagehood, and I never thought anything of it. I got the best grade in school at English literature, even though I never studied for it, because it just wasn't important for what I wanted to do at that time, because I was aiming to get into medical school, and so it wasn't a focus of mine. I was studying more for like science and like history, where you have to remember things. But yeah, like I just did that and art just for my own pleasure, but never really thought anything of it. And then it was only through lived experience that I've really been able to write poetry that's actually of any substance. Like, I can't write poetry if it's not something that I've experienced. So it has to be a vision, it has to be channeling through my body, it has to be an experience in my physical reality. I can't like it's very hard for me to write poetry if it's like read a book and then get inspired by one of the characters in the book, or watch a film and then write a poetry piece based on something that, no, I can't do that. And I can't, and if I am going to write like a piece of poetry about something historical, it has to be something that has impacted me in my life this lifetime. So something that has yielded something experiential for me in this lifetime, even if it does resonate with something of ancient times or whatever, or ancient lineages, or ancient peoples that have walked the earth in previous lifetimes. And so yeah, I just wanted to say that. And like I can't recite if it's like, there's no feeling in it for me if I can't tap into something that I had to connect to it deeply in order to receive it. And I can't read something that I haven't had that with. Like it feels dead to me. Like it feels seriously dead. And yeah, I just wanted to let you in on that kind of bit about me, because to me it's obvious when someone's reading poetry and they're just like a good linguist, because linguistics is not from soul. Sorry to break the news. The language that's closest to soul than any other language that's on this earth is Arabic. And well, you could argue all the derivative languages are, but it's Arabic. And that's why the Quran is in Arabic, for anyone who doesn't know that. The Quran was delivered in Arabic for a very specific reason. And I didn't even want to go there, but I've gone there. So like, yeah. But language is it's from here. I mean, you need, if you're not tapped into your soul, if you don't know who you are, if you don't know you're a soul and you're not leading from your soul, if you're not leading with God, then what doesn't really matter. Like, you can read poems and use all the languages and all the metaphors and all the different techniques and all the structures, but what does it matter if it's just confusing? It's confusing for you because you've not actually experienced it. Why are you reading it if you've not experienced it? Go and do what you're meant to do. That's like, go and do what you're meant to do. Like, yeah, it wasn't even meant to be a rant, but it's something that really, it makes me feel alone as an artist when that's supposedly my peers, and they're really not. And when because I've spent a lot of time over many years in a meditative state, and that's how if I hadn't honed in myself as a receiver like that, then there is no way I would be able to write my poems, read my poems, feel my poems, in order to then be able to translate the experiences that come to me in a form that can then be relatable to an audience. Like, that is the way that I work. I don't know how other people, like, I just don't know. Yeah, like, I can't relate to that kind of art. That's not art, what other people do. Like that kind of, it's more like when you read the textbook and learnt the techniques, and you can tell when someone's just read the textbook and learnt the techniques and it's not connected. It just feels disconnected. But like, they're saying buzzwords. That's literally how it feels. And I feel isolated as an artist. Like I'm a very social person, but I feel isolated as an artist because I feel like the way I produce my art is like not very well understood, or might be just a bit weird, or yeah, it's just, I don't know. But yeah, like, it just makes me feel like a lot of poets hide behind it. So that's why I feel like I also don't belong in a poetry scene, because a lot of the poets in the poetry scene don't write from them. Like, it's a mask. It's a way of them hiding. And for me, God has pushed me to do this. It's not, never saw myself on a stage, that was never like a part of my plan. Like, if you would have asked me 10 years ago, would I be doing this? No. I'm actually like I'm not a social media person. Like, in all honesty, I'm really not. But I'm just kind of being guided to share like this. So, yeah, like, yeah. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? When you're not trying to be everyone else. That's literally like what everyone needs to think. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? When you're not trying to be everyone else. How would I get to know you when you're busy trying to be everyone else? How would I really get to know you when you're busy trying to be everyone else. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? When you're not trying to be everyone else. Yeah, because it's like, why do people just copy what they think is cool? Like, just do you. Like, yeah, I spent a lot of time in isolation, a lot of time in solitude to really feel my craft and just express what is intuitively me. And that takes a lot of work, a lot of time by yourself. Like, I avoid like those kind of distractions because I want to be me here. Like, I'm here to be me. There's no, like, there's not like another run or anything. Like, you're created by God as you for a reason. Like, I was created as a Palestinian for a reason in this lifetime. My soul chose that indigenous population, that group of people, this skin, this body, this sex, this, and then also you're born where you're born for a reason. And Manchester is a very artistic, very musical. Where I live is it's known for being artistic, known for being creative. I live in a very creative place. It's not an accident. None of it's an accident. I've come to realise that. Everything is not it's not an accident. And for a long, long time, I was just ignoring. I was just like trying to follow a path that like my parents wanted me to do. And so I don't really have support or anything. I just have my own inner compass and my own inner guidance. And like, yeah. And I've been like shunned a lot and bullied a lot and stuff for being on this path, but you just get to a point where you can't really ignore it and you can't really deny it and stuff like that. So yeah. And I think the people who are genuinely being who they are, they're like the ones who are bullied. Like, they're the ones like me who are bullied and ignored, and yeah, people don't really take the time to spend any time with, or not popular, not cool, like people are jealous of. Yeah. And then like people are quick to like want to label you as autistic and neurodivergent because you're very, very deeply empathetic and have certain abilities, when that just feels limiting to me. I don't see myself as an autistic person. I see myself as authentic, like trying to live authentically, surrounded by a sea of fakers. And I don't want to taint my energy. Like, that's the truth. If that makes me autistic in the eyes of current scientific developments, then that's what I am. But I just literally went on a quest to be who I am here, and had to like change a lot and went through a lot of trials and tribulations, and I just wouldn't have any poetry if I didn't have that. Like, it's like God made me go through lots of challenging times that other people probably wouldn't be able to live through, so then I'd be able to write about it. Because I wouldn't have any subject matter. It wouldn't be genuine. It would just be like what I was talking about before, about the people who are good at linguistics. Good at linguistics and form. When the way that I create my art is to liberate myself from form and then maybe add it in later. Like, yeah, I'm completely formless in my art, like in its truest creations, and then yeah, the form comes later. But in its inception, no, that's the channeling, that's how it comes. Or yeah, it's something that I've felt in my body, like that it's messages that I've directly experienced. And yeah, just wanted to let you in on that and let me know who you are. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you when you're not trying to be anyone else? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you when you're not trying to be anyone else? Just live your lives and then maybe you might get some good material. And it's all well and good, like reading all the philosophy books or all the stuff, you know, what you need to live. Like, you need to feel the pain. Like, I felt a lot of pain. I've experienced a lot of pain. I felt a lot. I feel pain very deeply. I feel fear very deeply. I've experienced a lot of suffering. And I create what I create from those experiences of suffering. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave it here. Thanks for being here. And see you on the next video. Like if you like the video. Subscribe if you're new. Hello if you're new. Welcome. I'm Hannah. I'm a poem. I'm a poem. I am a poem. I'm a poet and a poem. That's good. That was not an accident. I am a poem. I'm going to write a poem called I Am a Poem. That's really good. I'm going to get on and do that. Love you loads. Bye.